Welcome back to some more Little Nightmares. This game is a nightmare. Cool. That's real fucking cool. This platforming don't work for shit, and it's like... Oh. Yeah, this game's been so disappointing so far. Like, it's got the aesthetic and the visuals and stuff of the first game, but it's just everything's worse. Spoopy. He's supposed to get you, right? No, he's not? The fuck am I supposed to do then? I've been running full bore. I am literally holding down the run button! The fuck ever. This really is one of the games, like, the more I play it, the more I just hate it. I just hate how a lot of it's done. It's not done very well. Which is sad because, like I said, I loved the first one. Okay, yeah, sure. Bye, Felicia. Oof! We didn't go that far. Pretty sure we have head trauma now, too. I don't have much to say. Not a very good commentary. Oops. Readjusting my hand. I always hate, like, games where you run or platform or something, because my hand doesn't stay on the thumbstick very well, the analog stick, or whatever you want to call them now. My thumb slides off of it pretty easily. I can't move, so... Oh, we took our bag off. Okay. So we gotta fight him the way we've been fighting the, TV beforehand. Okay, I see what's going on here. We gotta match his hand. Getting weak, TV man. I'm assuming this is what we're supposed to do. Neat. I'm assuming that's beating chapter 4. That one was better than chapter 2 and 3. We give credit where credit's kind of due. That was a better chapter than 2 and 3. It's not as good as the first chapter. The first chapter has been the best chapter of the game so far. It was the most like Little Nightmares 1. That's probably why I think it's the best. I don't... What are we doing? What? What the fuck are we doing? Maybe we should shut the door, I thought, maybe? I don't fucking know, dude. I have no clue. Oh my god, we're here? Really? So what happens if we just keep running through? I don't know. Gotta be something with that sound effect, right? What are we supposed to do? There's no clue, there's no indication, there's no nothing. It's just whatever this endless loop is. You can climb on this thing, but nothing comes about it. This is always one of my biggest pet peeves in games, is like when you don't know what you're supposed to do or supposed to go because the game is so poor at communicating that. Watch it be like something you gotta climb up this thing, but... Alright, looking it up. Alright, so I looked this up, and the person playing doesn't even know what to do with this. I don't understand this at all. What? I don't have a fucking clue. I don't... I really don't have a clue of what was going on there, but... It's so bad. It's got to do something with the sound effects. It must has to. It's really very poorly done. Oh, I hate this game. This whole section is utter garbage. It really is. It's really just garbage game design. To push what? This, maybe? If you have to give basically a command like that to help like your person figure out, like that's just, I'll give grain of salt. Maybe I'm an idiot. That's fine, but I still think this level design is awful. Like it really is. I think it's god awful. Okay then. Am I stuck in here? See, like, why do you have to tell me after I've been in here, like, for 5 minutes? Okay. Calm down there, Raincoat. Didn't they actually have a name in the first game? They did. I legitimately can't remember what it is. Cool. Glad my guy jumped. See, that's what, like, I don't remember this game being as janky in the first one. Like I said, it's been over a year since I played it, but I don't remember... Like, why was he not running there? Did it seriously get me? Oh, that's fucking stupid. Imagine it's gonna be a third time we gotta strike that bell. Just ready for this to be over. Like, in all honesty, I'm not set. Like these games where it's like I just suck at commentary because like the games I really like, I get so wrapped up in the games I don't say much, and the games I hate, I'm just like so fed up with them and just ready for them to be over. I don't say anything. I'm like sitting here hitting the analog stick. Why am I not moving? Of fucking course. Why wouldn't it? Alright, let me sit up. What am I doing wrong here? Alright. Can you be dead? I'm done with this. I really am. Like, I'm pretty fed up with it. So I guess we're going this way. Fucking cool. That's awesome. Love this game. stupid fucking thing. That's the thing is, like, once you get, like, stuck... Piece of fucking shit this game is. I really don't like this game. It's bad mechanics. Maybe it's because you don't play very... God damn it! You might as well just restart because you're not going to be able to finish it. Why are you just not running? Like, why is this game so fucking clunky? When the first one wasn't this bad. That's what I think irritates me the most, is this game feels worse than the first... God damn it. This game feels and plays so much worse than the first one, in my opinion. From what I remember of the first one. Really fucking frustrating. $10 says they don't save us. I bet they let go. Yep. Called it. Because in the other game, we ate our friend, remember? Is that a credit scroll? Oh, really? Gross. Oh, now we're like grown up. Do we become the new tall man? I do some big boy stretching there. Yep, called it. Four out of 10. 4 out of 10. That's what I'm rating this. What a step down. What a step down from Little Nightmares 1. Well, Nightmares 2. Bloop. What a step down. This game is, in my opinion, significantly worse than Little Nightmares 1. Little Nightmares 1 was... I don't know, I'm just so disappointed. I know a lot of people really like this, and if you like this, but me not liking this should not take away from you liking this game. I really didn't like this game. I thought it was, honestly, kind of sucked. I'm going to talk about the positives that I liked about it. Visually, looks awesome. I love a lot of the character designs are really cool. I like a lot of the music that's throughout the thing. I love the lighting, the way that things are colored, the color palette they're working with, the lighting they're working with. And again, when it comes to horror, I like this kind of design of horror better than like paranormal or jump scary. I like, let's sink into a deep, thick atmosphere. Let's have some really unsettling creatures and monsters. And all that's here. I think on a design aspect of an artistic design, this game is as on point with the first one. On the same level. That's where it ends. To me, the first level is the best level. If I would break down the 5 chapters in order to go 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. As like my level like of how I liked the chapters. I enjoyed chapter 1 and I enjoyed chapter 4. 2, 3, and 5 could have done completely without. So in Little Nightmares 1, I remember the game being somewhat janky, but I don't remember it being this frustratingly janky. Sure, the platforming, the way you grip onto stuff is janky, but I feel like in Little Nightmares 1, they really kind of understood the limitations that they were kind of working with. Like, I think they understood how janky the game was, and they played into those strengths to allow it to not feel as jank. It allowed it to feel smoother. And because of the game was much more fun. This game was throwing in things. For one, the platforming wouldn't work like half the time. It wouldn't. Maybe this is just a port for PS4. I know when you port games, there's sometimes some issues. So it could be a PS4 issue. But I was like smashing the jump button and he just wouldn't jump. There was that one jump there with that hook. He just would not jump off that hook. There's multiple times where it wouldn't grab onto things. There's multiple times it tripped up on like the fast running scenes. And that's the thing is with these like chase runaway scenes, I understand they're supposed to be close and very heart pounding, but they were like basically if you had one small slip up, which this game's janky platforming is almost going to call for it, there was no forgiveness because it would eventually catch up to you and get you. So like, and you would run this long gauntlet, get caught, and then restart. And so it just got frustrating after a while. Two mechanics in this game didn't work for shit, and the one mechanic was throughout majority of the game. I'm going to talk real quick about the flashlight in the hospital scene was horrendous. That could have been done so much better. It didn't aim properly. It aimed really, really awkwardly. It was not easy to aim. And then it would it would kind of like auto fix a little bit, but also, which maybe is a setting I should have looked at, but also like when you would move, the way you would move, like regardless of where you're trying to point the flashlight would move. And I'm not saying like it moves with you. I'm saying like if I was pointing at this one creature and I was trying to like walk backwards or like, you know, something like that, it would go like this or like that, and then it would get you. And it was just did not work well at all. Then the other thing is the melee, the hitting in this game where you had to pick up a weapon and hit stuff, was done very poorly in my opinion. You're working in a 3D space that's hard to tell in some cases with the camera angle where you're actually like how far apart you are. So there's that one scene in the hospital or the school or whatever it's called, the chapter 2, where you're going down this hallway of lockers and you gotta like go through this small little gauntlet of these like doll head things, and you're like, you know, you gotta whack them in the head. And it was so hard because one, it was hard to tell if you were close enough, and this applies to the hands too in the hospital scene where you had to whack those. It was hard to tell if you were close enough, and then like it basically, if you missed, there was no, it basically you had to get it right or you had to restart from the checkpoint because they would get you. And what made it frustrating is sometimes like it was really hard to judge how they're going to pounce and how you're going to hit, because when you go to swing, you have an animation that takes a second. When they go to attack, they have an animation that takes a second. So sometimes it was hard to figure out, one, are they within range? Because you have to trigger your animation first or they get you. So yeah, it was really janky, and we had to do a lot of it. I don't mind using that melee to like break down doors. I don't mind in the last boss battle against the raincoat person that we were whacking the jack-in-the-box with. Those all worked okay. But when you had to attack these attackers, it was really bad. Yeah, it just led to some frustrating moments to where I was just like, I'm ready to be done with this. I also don't like this game when it comes to its world as much as 1. Now, I do still find the world interesting. Like I said, on an art design level, I love this game. I love the universe and stuff. And, you know, I gave the first game a 7.5 because of its jank. This game I'm giving a 4 to. And most of those 4 points are coming toward the art design, art direction of the game. But one thing I really liked about Little Nightmares 1 is you were stuck on this ship basically to be fed to these monstrous beings, right? Which made it really creepy and atmospheric. Like, you're like, what is going on? Like, you know, what is this world? And it felt real in a way. And what I mean by that was there was an end goal here, right? Like, they wanted to eat you. You were basically caught, you're put on this ship, you're eventually going to be food, you're trying to make your way out, and then toward the end of the game, spoilers, all these party goers come on for this giant feast, right? This game was, when it comes to the story and exploring the world it's in, felt pretty it wasn't as impactful, it wasn't as meaningful, and it didn't feel as interesting. You start off the game in the woods escaping the hillbilly dude, and I was like, okay, we're starting off. It's not the boat. This is kind of cool. But once you get into the city is when it all kind of goes downhill for me. The school is really stupid. The boss of the school, the long neck person, was creepy. I loved her design. And I don't mind the school setting that they had it in. It just felt kind of... I don't know if I want to say shoehorned, but it just didn't... Basically, every chapter is a different area, right? And it just feels disjointed. And this area you're in doesn't feel as real or grounded. Because in this city, you got, you know, basically once you go through the school, which is basically the only thing in the school is the teacher. And then you have those possessed, like, porcelain students. And then you go into the hospital where you have, like, the living dolls, but you only have... But you have the mortician or doctor, whatever you want to call it. Which I'm just now thinking, like, the school and the hospital are basically the same level. They basically are. And then episode 4, you have the TV guy, which was interesting. And, you know, all the people glued to the TVs, which I think, you know, is obviously some kind of metaphor about our obsession with entertainment. But, and then the last chapter is just basically, you know, trippy and going through and fighting the raincoat. But so you have all these settings, and the one thing that I thought was super cool about the world of Little Nightmares 1 was the fact, like I said, that it felt organized. These monsters felt organized. They felt more realistic because you knew they were all kind of working toward this goal. And it is strange and bizarre, the world that we're in and everything, but they felt like there was a cohesion there that really helped tie together the atmosphere that this game was drastically missing for me. Every chapter just feels independent from each other pretty much, besides the last two, you know? And it just doesn't... It doesn't have that cohesion, which allows the atmosphere to falter in this. And honestly, this doesn't feel like... So I did the DLC for Little Nightmares 1. This whole game just feels like DLC for Little Nightmares 1. It doesn't feel like a sequel. Technically, it's probably a prequel, but it doesn't feel like a sequel. Team up with Six, the girl in the real... Okay, so her name's Six. I knew she had a name of some kind. But, yeah, it doesn't feel like a sequel. It feels like a bunch of DLC levels for Little Nightmares 1. It really does. And that was one of the complaints I had with the DLC with Little Nightmares 1 was it kind of... I don't know if I said it in the video, but I know I've said it in talking to friends and stuff, that the DLC was trying to do things that the game wasn't designed very well to do. And it kind of exacerbated, whatever, the jank of the game. And then they just made an entire game that does that. Pretty much how I feel about Little Nightmares 2. So, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in this one. I really am. I will say another positive was your teammate Six actually, like, worked fairly well. Like, they didn't... Excuse me. They didn't cause you failure. Like, they weren't a detriment to you. And they also did what they were supposed to fairly easily. You know, without much frustration. So, you know, I'll give credit there. The whole cooperative part of it worked out pretty well. It's weird that you're playing with a second character and you can't play 2-player, but I guess because of the ending that makes kind of sense. But yeah, 4 out of 10. Pretty disappointed with Little Nightmares 2. Not gonna lie. Gotta be honest with you. I'm pretty disappointed in it. So, but that's been Little Nightmares 2. I hope you've enjoyed the playthrough of it. If you have, you can press the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. The little bell notification will let you know anytime I upload videos. I play through a bunch of different games, but I try to do horror mainly just throughout October because there's a lot of horror games I just don't like. Like a lot of the setup for some horror games. But yeah, that's been some Little Nightmares 2. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.